Hi everyone. Just thought I'd make this quick video. A bunch of people have been asking me on how to or how did I lift my Transalp. Once again, not really a lot to it, but if this video is helpful for some people, I thought whatever, let's just do a quick explanation video. This Transalp is lifted by about 10 centimeters, so the ground clearance is about, well, without the skid plate it's about 30 centimeters maybe. So now maybe with it's a bit less, but a bit more ground clearance is really helpful for when you're doing off-roading, and also if you're tall or if you have tall legs, it's quite a bit more comfortable. I still need to get lower pegs for the Transalp, and also I'm gonna raise the seat because I'm quite tall. I'm 192 centimeters. That's about 6'2", 6'3", I believe, and my legs are relatively long. But yeah, let's just get in it. I will start with the back, which is probably the most complicated because you have to remove a bunch of stuff. And with a bunch of stuff, I mean you have to remove the catalytic converter. I spoke about this very briefly in my last video. Yeah, most of you should know that the standard Transalp 650 has a catalytic converter right there. And it's not really a catalytic converter, but let's just call it that for now. And that's very close to the swing arm. It sits right here, which makes it that you cannot lift the bike without removing that. So you can cut it off with an angle grinder and weld it shut. That's what I did at first, but it doesn't really look great, especially if you remove the heat shield that sits right there. So in the end I decided to go with these new headers. They're pretty cheap. They were like 250 euros, that is. So before you start anything, you have to remove the catalytic converter. Then you want to either make the shock longer. It's not really focusing right now. There. You can either buy this piece longer, or what I did, you can flip the rear linkage. And if you do so, you gain about 8 centimeters, I believe it was. So that's basically a free upgrade. And also you can see the purple spring. I also put in progressive springs front and back from Hyperpro, which will make the bike about 2 centimeters taller, I believe. So yeah, that's already 10 centimeters in the back. Oh yeah, and also if you're going to be lifting your bike, you will need to have a lot more chain slack. That's why I built this chain roller right here. Yeah, you're pushing the swing arm down more, which means that the angle from the front sprocket to the swing arm pivot and the rear sprocket is a lot, well, it goes a lot more down, and then that means that the variety in chain slack is a lot more. So yeah, look, if you can see this. Oh, it's tight now because I'm in gear. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite loose, but yeah, there's really no other way. So that's it for the rear. So also in the front I put in the progressive Hyperpro springs. Pretty easy job, and I think it's a worthwhile upgrade for the standard front forks. I'm still contemplating about getting a different set of forks from Marzocchi or some kind of upside down setup, but not anytime soon, so I'm fine with this for now, also for off-roading. Apart from the Hyperpro setup, also Hyperpro gives you a little booklet which gives you the air chamber that you need to put in there, and also different fluid. I think standard is like 7.5 or 10, and I believe Hyperpro gives you 15 weight oil. It's maybe a bit hard to see. As you can see, I have fork extenders. These are, I think, 4.5 or 5 centimeters. Those are basically just to make your shocks longer. They will not give you, or not your shocks, your forks. These will not give you any more suspension travel. It's just for ground clearance, like the like flipping the linkage in the back. When you lift the front like this, this means your brake hoses will no longer fit. I put steel braided ones on there anyway for performance reasons, but yeah, if you want to mount this neatly, those will not work, the original ones. So I got these ones from Hell, which also improve the feedback of the braking quite a lot. And apart from the brake lines, you also need to lengthen the, or not lengthen, you need to buy a different one. I'm talking about the speedo cable. I don't have the original one anymore. There's no cable because I'm running a different setup. You can see here's my sensor cable, which goes through here, and then that's because of the Koso dash I'm running. That one will also not fit. You'll need a if you're running the original Speedo, you'll need a Speedo cable from an Africa Twin. Before I used one from an RD07, worked absolutely fine. That one is about 10-15 centimeters longer than the original one, so it works out perfectly. I also got longer corrugators. These are just regular Enduro ones, pretty cheap, and just make sure you find them with the 41 mil diameter. Oh, and last thing, you also will need a longer side stand. This one is from an Africa Twin, from the RD07 also, I believe. If you look at the bike like this, I think this is a good lean angle. I can, it's now a bit upright if I put it to the side a bit more like this, yeah. This is how it sits, so I think it's perfect. The Africa Twin, the mounting point for the side stand is a bit higher. That's why it goes down lower on the Transalp. The pro of using an Africa Twin one is that you can still use the original side stand sensor, which is nice. So it's all plug and play. Yeah, and I believe that's it. If you have a question, just let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching.